Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back. So, with Guude's help, and long away to anybody who's really, really, really eager to do this has already like researched it in between episodes. But you know,
Probably, yeah.
We have gotten the most Googled search terms by state, and this is specifically on Christmas, and that's what makes it funny to me. It's because you would expect there to be a lot of stuff surrounding like Christmas, holidays, etc. Like let's say maybe you find a state that does not celebrate Christmas, or people like me, everybody in there's a Scrooge doesn't believe in Santa Claus and all that stuff. That might be something completely like off the wall.
Some of these are fantastic.
Oh God, yeah, they absolutely are. Like amazing. A lot of them are Christmas related. But then you have, like, Florida. The most Googled search term is Amazon.com.
What's funny about Florida being Amazon.com is that the old people are the ones that type URLs into the Google search. And so it's hilarious to me that where all the old people go to die is also where Amazon.com is typed into the Google search engine. Because they don't know how to use the internet.
The... Great, like is it North Carolina has what is Christmas?
What is Christmas?
What is Christmas? And then you got Virginia, how to roast a chicken, which I find weird. Pennsylvania, this was so out of nowhere. Planet Fitness hours.
They're ready to work that off.
The hours of Planet Fitness are one of the most Googled search terms, or the most Googled search term in that state on Christmas Day.
There's a few states that have Amazon.com, and they're all states where all the old people live. Like Vermont's another one that's Amazon.com.
Oh yeah, that's right. New York is Amazon.com. That's a weird one.
What is that little state right there that has Tinder?
That's Delaware, isn't it?
Delaware,
that's Rhode Island, actually.
Is that Rhode Island?
Yeah, that's like Amazon.com. I think is Delaware is the one that you're looking at.
I thought Rhode Island is the one that eggnog alcohol recipe.
Well, Rhode Island's the smallest state in the U.S. I'm pretty confident that's Rhode Island.
I'm an idiot. Yeah. What is that? Yeah.
Oh, I'll be the first to say I'm not the best with all these like little states in there. I get a lot of them confused, but I am pretty confident that was Rhode Island. Yeah, that is Rhode Island. Oh, I guess that's Connecticut that I said was Delaware, huh? So where the hell's Delaware on this map then? Now I'm getting myself confused as well.
Two idiots don't know this.
Yeah, that's great. We're great. But a lot of it, like Wisconsin, Best Buy Christmas hours, is Best Buy the only freaking like store in Wisconsin?
Right?
Is it maybe the only store that's open in Wisconsin? Like that whole thing that's weird. I haven't shopped in a Best Buy in a long freaking time. Oh, and there's a multiple Best Buy Christmas hours.
Yeah.
Kardashian Christmas card is one
what
of them.
State is that? I don't know what state that is.
That in Nebraska?
Yes, maybe. I wasn't sure if Nebraska was the one below it. That's Colorado below it. Yeah, that's Colorado. Yeah.
No, I'm sadly opening up like also a.
Can I get a map of the
Yeah,
United
exactly.
States, please?
Only on a map, like we all like sit here and bash, some things that happen in our government, and people are gonna be watching this, especially like people from other countries, and be like, "How the fuck do you not know where your states are at?"
Do you remember? I remember in.
Oh, and I was wrong. It's Wyoming.
That is Colorado below it, though, right?
It's what?
Liquor stores open near me. Colorado.
Yes, and that's what I was gonna say next. Is Colorado is the greatest. Liquor stores open near me is the #1 searched term on Christmas.
I like Texas's. Is the Grinch real?
Is the Grinch real? Oh, this guy, purple guy. This when I first saw this, I thought it was like a joke. Oh, I didn't even realize that Michigan, like where I'm from, Amazon.com is, also.
Oh yeah.
The thing.
I didn't even see
so
that.
how many states is that? Is that like the #1?
I think it is.
The #1 thing is Amazon.com. You know what though? So I guess anymore, I don't even necessarily go to the search bar and type in a web address of places anymore. I kind of do just punch in into the Google search bar because that's the first thing my internet opens up to, and it will take you right to like what you're looking for. Like if I'm watching Amazon Prime Video, I don't know the address for what Amazon Prime Video is. I just put Amazon Prime Video and hit enter and click on the first link that comes up.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a sign that you're getting old.
I mean, I am getting old, but wow. I do wonder, like, what is it that the youngsters do? Do they just memorize what all this stuff is? Or you think they use it 10 times more?
I mean, well, Amazon.com is one that you remember.
Yeah, Amazon.com is kind of weird because I'm not going to type Amazon.com into the Google search bar. I'm going to type Amazon. I'm actually not even going to type in Amazon.com. I'm going to hit Amazon and hit Control Enter.
What is that? Like, I'm feeling lucky?
No, Control Enter adds the www dot and the .com afterwards into the address bar. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's one of the greatest shortcuts I've ever learned to use. Louisiana, fast food open on Christmas. Like that's that important that's the number one thing in the state is fast food opened on Christmas.
I like Georgia's last minute Christmas ideas. Like it's Christmas Day at this point. It's really last minute.
Next year's last minute Christmas idea.
Yeah. Tennessee also has restaurants open on Christmas Day.
I mean, but you know, restaurants versus
specific ones too. Yeah, that's kind of like why so many of these Best Buy and Target.
Yeah, or why fast food?
But why is that one Kardashian Christmas card? Was there like something ran on the news in that state?
I don't
this year that that made people Googling it. That's a weird thing, right?
That is a very weird thing, in my opinion. I'm trying to trade for a bunch of villagers for emeralds right now.
Oh, yeah. That was what I was going to tell you last episode. So everyone was commenting that apparently you scrolled right past the mending book several times on the Mending Man.
No. People told me in my video that what I need to do is try to buy that new book that showed up, and it might unlock the mending book now. Not a single person
that's what I had said. But I saw a lot of comments saying that you were scrolling right past it.
The mending book?
Yeah. That you kept clicking and it was changing, but you weren't realizing it was changing because the price and the book were both the same.
I guess that's possible. Now I don't remember what guy that was. I'm gonna go. I got a bunch of emeralds. I was planning on buying the book before it to unlock it, but I guess I'll just when I find the librarians that have the books, I will be a little bit more diligent in looking. So this guy I have labeled as mending guy. Flame.
Yeah, click at each thing and look at each book. Mouse over each book.
He takes 2 written books for an emerald. I'm looking at books. Enchanted book. Oh, so he does take an enchanted book mending, but the trade is locked. Oh, maybe I skipped by it because the trade was locked. So he takes a book and 26 emeralds. So I'm still 3 emeralds shy of getting the mending book from this guy.
Wow.
And I gave all our rotten flesh away.
I see my therapist every other Tuesdays, and so I saw her today, and I told her about you and Christmas.
About me and Christmas. Am I now going to be this bad influence that you're not allowed to talk to anymore? Like the therapist's gonna be like, this man he's a bad influence on your life.
Yeah, you need to cut him out of your life. It's negatively affecting you. I was taught her about New Year's.
I feel good to know that I'm in your therapy sessions.
Yeah, I told her how I equated you to an anti-vaxxer.
What'd she say?
She laughed.
She was like, "Damn straight he is." Fuck those non-Christmas people.
She was saying her son is 10, and she says she doesn't believe that he believes, but she thinks he's keeping the ruse up so that he can still get presents.
I mean, see, it's just like it's terrible for everybody involved, isn't it? See all the negative aspects of things that happen with this.
Yeah,
I actually am surprised that because that my whole basis is that all these children and all that stuff can use the internet and they will know. And besides, Tex is asking if the Grinch is real for some odd reason. Does anybody? Oh, by the way, one of the states does say NFL scores is their #1 search term, which is fantastic. I don't see any states.
There's a couple that are doing Santa Tracker, I see.
Yeah, there's Santa Tracker. I don't see any of them asking if Santa's real. A couple weather forecasts, which is funny. And then did you scroll down to see Alaska?
What is Christmas? That's the same as North Carolina.
What
it's
is
the same.
Christmas?
Yeah. I don't understand why us in Alaska are asking that question. Like, how the fuck what?
And then look at Washington State.
Boxing Day. It's because they're so close to Canada.
Yeah, they're just fucking. They're Canadians. They aren't even Americans anymore. They're just like, you know what? We're just gonna accept the fact that we're not American. Boxing Day deals, please. Please tell me what the Boxing Day deals are. Oh, that is too funny.
We were streaming with Justin one time, and Justin says some of the craziest shit. And we were no. We were talking about Christmas, and he's like, when is even Christmas? And we're like, the same day it is every year, the 25th of
the same
December.
day it is every year. So a Thursday?
Yeah, he was like, I don't know. I haven't looked at my Christmas map. And we're like, your Christmas map? What the fuck are you talking about? He's like, a calendar. Like, oh, you call your calendar your Christmas map.
So whenever I'm in the car and I need directions to somewhere, I'm like, Julia, pull up the calendar. Guide me to this place. The Christmas map.
Crack me up.
Do we not have a good job of? It's funny because we're making that wheat farm. I need wheat to go breed some cows, and I don't see any wheat anywhere.
And this is all the wheat, Jeff.
More zombie flesh. Hold on. Oh, I can get. What I say it was 23 emeralds and was it 2 written books?
Yeah, I think so.
Didn't we have a way of like copying written books or something?
There is. I don't remember the way though.
And didn't we have something set up to do that specifically? Wait, on a copy of original written book I have, you just put it like with a book and quill or something?
Yes, I think that's right.
And the book and quill again is...
How do you make a quill? I know you need an ink sac. Is it just a book and an ink sac, maybe?
No, it was definitely... How do you get to... There we go. Books. So we can do a search. Book and quill is... it's an ink sac and a feather. A book and ink sac
right, feather.
and a feather.
I don't know why I didn't think of feather.
Jeez. I mean, obviously with the quills, what they're made of. I was just testing you. I mean, obviously I knew all this stuff worked. I need 2 of them, though, huh? Yeah. So I need 2 ink sacs and 2 feathers. Oh, it's just not even be what I actually needed when all is said and done. We left very little supplies at this old base.
I don't think we ever had very many supplies.
That might be true. It seems so...
It's not like we took them somewhere.
That's true. I mean, we lived here for a long time, so...
Yeah, but we didn't really live.
Like,
we've never had like, yeah, exactly. We never thrived there. We've never had any diamonds to speak of, for example.
Okay, so I've got 2 books, enough rotten flesh to get some more emeralds. I might be able to get 1 more mending book, which is good because we have some picks that are close to that, right? Mending is really a difficult process to get to. No matter how you look at it, it's not the easiest way to go.
I mean, if we had enough diamonds, I would just say fuck mending, honestly.
And just keep
And
making
just
more.
repair. Yeah, just keep repairing the picks that we have with other picks.
Oh god, it's a single not written book.
Oh no.
Damn it.
Oh, the 2 written books were for emeralds. That was the trade. So you can at least trade. You need to trade him other things anyways to unlock that one trade.
Oh yeah, that's right. Shoot, I just forgot to look at what he had. I'm about to try to trade with him for a trade that I know is, you know, locked for some odd reason. But yeah, I'll see if maybe this will open it up because I have enough emeralds now.
Someone made a hoe for me. It's called Guude's hoe, and it's got mending on it.
Guude's hoe.
So maybe that's why mending was locked, because they just got a mending book from our boy.
She doesn't think that that's derogatory or anything.
Who?
Guude's hoe.
I mean, but it's an object. It can't speak.
That's I mean, mean, I don't know if she likes that being said about her either, but you know.
Oh God, I'm gonna exit this conversation. I want out.
Man, of course I can't find this freaking guy now. I even labeled him as
this guy should be put somewhere, honestly, at this point.
Well, I put it. He's got a name tag on him.
Well, that's apparently not enough.
Well, he was just in this room, and now there's like 35 villagers all crammed into the same room, and it's like you can't get through. Come on, mending guy. Where? That's cartographer, man. Mending guy, got him.
They kind of look like Kardashians, don't they?
So yeah, I need to trade with this guy. The 2 written books for an emerald, and apparently my written books don't work. Oh no, they have to stack. Okay, I traded that. Come on, particles, open.
I think particles only means that he's got a new trade.
Oh, so he might still open this up. Nope, still trade something else to unlock. His other trades are terrible. His paper trade's okay. Everything else is just like, oh, 23 emeralds for a name tag?
Oh, God.
Dude, all 3 of our iron golems are, like, swimming.
It's a hot day.
I guess so. They're like, if you need me, I'll be in the ocean.
Yeah. I'm so tired today. I don't know why. I slept a normal amount of time. Just I feel the tiredest I've ever felt.
That's pretty tired.
I know. It's like I feel like I've done marathons where I don't feel this tired. I just feel exhausted. I don't know why. I'm gonna go sleep immediately when we get done recording. Sometimes I'll stream after these, but today is not that day. I see all these zombies that we've trapped under here. They're just constantly making noise. What were you gonna say?
I was just saying, I'm trying to figure out how my sleep is gonna work in a couple weeks.
Yeah. I told her today I probably wasn't gonna come with her February up there. It's the last week of Girl Scout cookie sales too, and so I don't want to miss that.
Wait, come again? You don't want to miss the last week of Girl Scout cookie sales? Is it like
I have a daughter who is?
Is it like the championships?
I have a daughter that is a Girl Scout, so I need to be here to sell Girl Scout cookies.
I understand that part of it, but I'm a little lost on the last week. Like, isn't Girl Scout cookie sales something you could just do early?
No, absolutely not. God, no. This is the most regulated food cell in America.
But what do you mean the last week, though? That means you have a week before, right?
Yeah, but that's going to be the last week I can have a booth open. And I don't have any way of knowing.
Somewhere?
Yeah.
Like, you go get your own booth?
Yeah, so the way Girl Scout cookies work, you
used to all be door
take
to door.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of people that do that. But that's kind of going to the wayside because you can't. For one thing, if like in my case, I don't live in a subdivision or anything like that, so I can't really send my daughter out door to door.
No, I understand that should go away.
But so the way it works, you get the cookies from the troop. And those are now your cookies. If you don't sell those cookies,
there's no order forms anymore.
You have to pay for those. I mean, you can give someone a link to order them online, and your daughter can get credit. But if you want, the only way that you can get cookies in a way that you're not reliable for them is if you told me right now. Well, actually, you can't tell me right. I'm not allowed to be told right now that you want Girl Scout cookies. It's against the fucking rules for you to tell me you want Girl Scout cookies. I can't take orders until the 12th. My daughter, I'm sorry, can't take orders until the 12th at 9 a.m. After the 12th at 9 a.m., you're allowed to take orders. Like in the training, they were like, if you post it on Facebook right now that they're looking for people to take orders, they will shut our troop down. And there are people that watch Facebook and look for you trying to take orders before the 12th at 9 a.m. So do not publicly post. I don't know why this is so heavily regulated. But it's so competitive. It's the most competitive fucking thing I've ever seen. I guess because there's so many Girl Scouts that all want to earn money for their troop. And so there's all these bitchy moms that are real competitive about it. Like, you better not be getting an advantage of me because you're selling them on the 10th.
Why can't you just sell them year round?
Well, you definitely can't do that. Like, it's open the 12th until February. I don't remember the last day. But anyways, so yeah, I'm not gonna leave town because I got so close. That's the other thing. So like, whenever I get the cookies from the troop, these are now my cookies, and if I don't sell these cookies, I have to pay for them.
And you decide how many you want. I'm assuming.
Yeah. You decide how many you want. But it's also dumb because this troop. So we switched troops because Crystal moved. And so we switched to a troop that's in between both of us. And this new troop that we have is I hate it. I hate everything about it. I hate all the women in it. They're like a parody of, I mean, I don't want to talk shit about them, but they're like a parody of like redneck women or something like that. I don't even know. Like last night was the whole cookie sew training, which was a big waste of my time because I've done enough cookie sewing to know all about this shit. But I had to be there, so I was there. And they're like, all right, so this year we've decided we're going to do incentives. And the first girl that sells 50 boxes of cookies, she's going to get a $5 gift card to McDonald's. Because we know how much everybody loves McDonald's. We all can't get enough McDonald's. And I'm like, my daughter is not going to McDonald's. My daughter's never ate McDonald's. And she sure as fuck ain't starting now. I didn't say that, but I was just like, this is awful. This is absolutely awful. And then she was like, and last year, we had 2 women that took a bunch of boxes of cookies, and we know how y'all are like 2 months behind on your light bill, and she paid her light bill thinking she could get her tax returns and pay us back for the cookies. So now none of y'all can have more than 100 boxes of cookies to start with. And like when I saw them at the store up here, that's where I set up our booth at, the little country store down the road from me. Like last year, I sold 200 boxes of cookies in 4 hours at the country store. Or me and my daughter sold 200 boxes of cookies. I can say like it's me, but she's there as well. And,
she does something with it, like Guude's actually the Girl Scout.
So it's really dumb to me. Like so on Saturday when I go pick up the cookies, I'm just gonna prepay for 100 boxes of cookies so I can get 200 because the most they'll loan out at once is 100 boxes of cookies, which is the equivalent of $400. So I mean, I understand the concern there, but it's just so I don't know. This wasn't a problem with the other troop. I guess this new troop I'm in is very, very redneck.
I didn't know. For one, it was never before like, which was different back in the day, I guess, when you had the order forms that you went door to door. But my mom was like a scout leader for my sister for a long time, and we were the place that housed all the order forms. Came in, they got tallied, they got sent. We had to go pick up all the cookies and then divvy them out to the people who bought them, the girls that like sold them, so that they could go deliver them. But it was you only ordered what was sold. And then I guess
Right.
they would randomly buy extra boxes because they would do their own, like the troop would buy extra boxes because they would do their own sales at like, you know, supermarkets and things like that. But
Right.
this whole buying like your own upfront to selling them and having certain very restricted dates, like I think you could have the Girl Scout cookie order form up. Is maybe there was regulation and nobody just cared that you could have it up as long as you wanted, but it just had to. They only gave cookies out. You could only order the cookies from, you know, Girl Scout of America at one point in the year, so it really didn't matter how long the order form was up for. The order just wasn't getting filled until.
Yeah, I don't know when it. I mean, and I guess you could kind of do it that way. So like this.
Well,
like
not
the
if you
troop
said that
we're
they're
in-
sitting there and gonna be getting mad at you and taking shit away from you if you put it up a day early on Facebook and then they have people.
Well, yeah, no,
looking
you
for that
definitely can't
shit.
do that. You can't do that. What I'm saying you could probably do is like I could say to people I know, "Do you want cookies? Tell me what you want," and I basically take the orders and they can give me the money, and then I can go pick up the cookies from the troop. I guess I could do it that way, but if I want to run like if I want to sell a whole bunch of cookies in a central location, you need to do a booth, which means you need to get a bunch of cookies ahead of time, in order to do that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I know what you're saying. It just it's weird. It's different, and
But it's not one of those things like used to. You would do that. You would get a bunch of cases of cookies, and then if you didn't sell, 6 packs of these or 3 packs of this or whatever, you just give them back to the troop. But you can't do that anymore. Once you leave with a box of cookies, that's your box of cookies now, and you're responsible for that box of cookies. And if you don't sell it, you own it.
which just seems so.
Another thing this fucking troop did. So last year they introduced gluten-free cookies. They're these caramel chocolate chip gluten-free cookies. And my favorites have always been the peanut butter patties. But these chocolate chip gluten-free cookies are amazing. They're so fucking good. And Crystal thought so too. And so me and her both bought our own case of these and we split it. And last year they ran out of them around here because I guess they didn't expect there to be any kind of demand. But they're so damn good. They're like soft baked, so they're like salt. They're kind of remind me of like the no bake oatmeal cookies to some degree, but different. I don't know. Anyways, this troop of these McDonald's eating very southern women was like, and we only got 4 cases of them gluten free because. Come on now, gluten-free. I was like, for fuck's sakes, they're really good. I didn't say anything again. I just said it with my mouth
Come
shut.
on now, Guude. Gluten-free. Yeah. Drew would laugh at you if you mentioned gluten-free. Oh, no, he's not gluten-free. He's vegetarian.
No. Yeah, he's vegan.
Or vegan.
Which that was another thing they brought up. Someone would start, after they said that, someone would start laughing. It's like, can you believe they put on there some of these are vegan? Who cares about eating animal products?
I guess it is the South where you guys ask.
But that's the thing is, I was a part.
On Christmas.
We were part of 2 other troops last year. We started with one and decided we didn't like the way it was ran because like it was ran where like all like normally it's set up where like the girls are like daisies, brownies, whatever, and this one was set up where they were still that. But there was like the oldest group of girls just ran the whole troop, and so we switched troops because that was kind of stupid. Where they like basically like the younger kids didn't get any say on how things went; it was all decided by the older girls. So we switched troop. But I was in 2
So you'll
troops
just
last year.
switch her back to that other troop when she's older.
Right. Which I don't think that was the other thing that was done was I don't think that other troop will last because the mother that runs it, her daughter was one of the oldest girls, and she's about to be. Like at the age where you leave Girl Scouts. So unless she decides to start to like just run the troop out of like charity, like that troop will probably dissolve once her kid is done with it. So
you don't think somebody else would step up and take over?
It's possible. I mean, yeah, I don't know. These
I think that's how those things always organically work. Is somebody
a lot of times, yeah. But like it was like this whole.
You're
going to
be the Girl Scout leader one of these days. You realize that, right?
You can't. I can't be. Guys can't be Girl Scout leaders.
Really?
I was the only guy in the building yesterday.
But girls.
And every time she would talk about it,
Boy Scout leaders.
Could they?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember Boy Scouts recently. I mean, actually, Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts have both recently.
And I'm talking way back in the day. I'm not talking like with all the recent shit that's going on with the Boy Scouts. I mean, back in the day.
Right. But every time yesterday she would address, she's like, I know you moms do this or you moms do that. And I was just like, I guess fuck me.
Yeah, fuck you, dude. How dare you take an interest in your daughter's extracurriculars? Leave that to mom, and if you don't have a mom, well then fuck, you're not well. No parents welcome. Just
yeah. I was really surprised that I was the only dad there, honestly. But
I mean, I won't have to deal with that.
Because you have boys?
I'm gonna have 2 boys.
Well, the thing that sucks for you is Boy Scouts got it all fucked up. If he's gonna be a Boy Scout, he's got to sell shitty popcorn at $16 a bag that nobody wants.
Well, if he's got Boy Scouts, it isn't gonna exist, and when he's there with their bankruptcy filings going on because the admitted bankruptcy filings because they've admitted they paid too much money toward lawsuits for pedophiles.
I didn't hear it.
Like.
They paid out too much money to pedophiles?
Yeah, there were too many lawsuits about molestation charges and all that stuff that they filed for bankruptcy.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know about this.
It's funny. One of the guys at my fire station works for a Boy Scout camp. Like he's like not the I don't want to say the director because he works it year round. Like he runs all the camps, but it's for a Boy Scout camp. And I asked him like when they happened, I was like, "So, how's your job outlook looking like now?" And he's like, "What a fucked up situation this is."
That suck.
Yeah, it's just
the Catholic Church can do it. You would think the Boy Scouts could do it.
Well, Boy Scout bank, because it's like considering bankruptcy. This was in December 14th of 2018. Is this news article? And they didn't actually file. But I wonder if this one actually says, like, because they came out and admitted that it's because they've had to pay for so many lawsuits. Now,
that's crazy.
It does seek Chapter 2 protection. We know how much coverage they have, and we know their insurers are refusing to pay. Insurance companies are declining to comment. But insurance companies are refusing to pay for the Boy Scouts anymore because of all these litigations. And, it's just weird to be like, oh, the Boy Scouts of America, you're admitting that you're filing bankruptcy or you're thinking about it because of all this fucked up shit. Like, I mean,
yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, and the Catholic Church still exists, which is crazy.
Like, I was looking at the pamphlet they sent out about the cookie sales yesterday.
The what that they sent out?
I said pamphlet.
You said which word?
Pamphlet.
Okay.
You know you're supposed to pronounce it like that?
No, that was the thing, is when I found out when I thought somebody was talking wrong when they said pamphlet for the first time. I was like, because they were giving me a hard time because I said pamphlet, and I thought they were just like fucking with me.
Right.
And yeah.
Oh no, I mean, I remember you bringing this up to me, but you know what's actually got me saying it the correct way is the number of audiobooks that apparently have this damn word in it, and I hear it so frequently that it's like changed the way I say the word.
Pamphlets. God, this doesn't even make sense. Like, what the fuck's a pamphlet? Like a pamphlet? Yeah. Whatever. Like,
but anyways, so I didn't realize how little the troop actually gets from the cookie sales in general. It says sells on average, a Girl Scout in our council sells on average 256 packages of cookies and generates $128 for her troop.
How many packages of cookies?
256.
So they get $2. 50 cents.
No,
50 cents a box.
50 cent a box. These $4 boxes apparently has a profit margin of 50 cents. I was surprised by how low that was.
Worth it. Order online. Have an affiliate link for your troop. You got to get people to order it online and support your troop, and do something else to make money.
This year they released an app that allows you to take credit cards, but it doesn't have any kind of like compatibility with any of these like Stripe things or anything like that. So you just have to type in
credit card data.
Yeah, and I think most people are not going to be okay with that. I think they're going to be weirded out by.
Well, I think it's funny. I think most people will be okay with it because they won't even think about a little girl scamming them in their credit card data. And is it an official app? Because watch, it not even to be an official app, and it's just like
it is an official app. Like everyone's required to download it. But that's the thing that's funny about the official app is whenever you search for it in the App Store, it's really hard to find it. Like it's kind of fucked up how there's a lot of apps named Smart Cookie. So it is one of those things where like I took to him and like, so what fucking app? Where's this app? So yeah, it is a bit weird. You know, one of the things that was weird to me last year selling cookies is the number of people that just come up and they're like, you know what, I don't want any cookies. Here's $10.
Oh,
Like,
that's kind of
what am
amazing.
I supposed to do with this? And I wondered how many parents, like when you're talking about these parents
Pocket
paying
that
their
shit?
light bill, or yeah, because there ain't. I mean, you got to pay for your cookies that you got, but shit, you don't have to turn in the $10. I mean, I did. I just, I put everything in an envelope, and that's what went back to the troop. But technically, you could just, thank you.
Yeah, could. I mean, I guess you're hoping that people aren't going to be doing that, but yeah, nothing's really stopping you from doing it.
Yep.
I mean, I remember when I worked at Starbucks, and it was, this was terrible. Like, and sometimes at night, and it was like, people come in, and you'd be like, "Hi, you know what? I'm not going to charge you. Just put a couple bucks in the tip jar."
Really?
Yeah, terrible. That's completely against, against policy.
Fire for that shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely, you get fired for that shit. I remember we had it because it was a tip share. So based on how many hours you worked, your hours were broken down into how much tips there were at the end of the week, and then you got this extra money in tip share. And randomly, I think our store owner kind of knew what had happened for a 2-week period or whatever, because out of nowhere, this 2-week period, everybody's normal tip share of $60 for the week went up to $300.
Wow.
I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was a significant increase because we were just like, I don't know. It's also we're not charging people at night. We're just telling them to put money in the tip jar. And it was funny, and it's so funny because we could have easily. It's almost like a justification in your head of something wrong that you're doing, because you could have just easily said, "I'm not going to charge you pocket, not going to charge you pocket," but that's stealing. Somehow, not charging them and having them put it in the tip jar is okay.
Right? I didn't put it in my pocket. I put it in this glass jar. It's
right,
totally
and it's shared amongst everybody. It's not just me.
Yeah. You're all guilty.
Yeah, it was terrible things that we did back then.
Do you ever listen to audiobooks? I think I've asked you this before.
I do not. No, not that I'm against them. I just have not.
Do you ever? You don't read either. That's right.
I mean, I read better than some people.
Right. Well,
no, but I don't sit down. I don't sit down and read. I don't read novels for myself.
Right. Well, I've been I googled books to listen or read if you liked Michael Crichton, basically. And I've been going through this list over the last few months, and I got to this book called Version Control, and it's the time travel book. And I wish there was some format it was in that you could consume it, because it's the best damn book I've ever heard in my entire life. I think it is so good.
I used to read a lot of Michael Crichton and John Grisham were two of my favorite authors when I was in.
Yeah, Michael Crichton was my favorite, and since he's died, I've gone through the entire Stephen King library, which is not very Michael Crichton-esque, but I mean there are some similarities to some degree.
Is there an audiobook of this one? Because I would definitely, because I started listening to podcasts lately, and I started getting bored with some of the podcasts that I was listening to. And I also don't have a good app for my car. The second I go to a different type of podcast, it's really hard to get back to where I was at in the middle of the series on this other podcast, just with the interfaces. But yeah, if you could hook me up with the audiobook.
I mean, I think if you get Audible, you don't have to even get an account. I think if you just download Audible, I think I can share a book with you. Okay. So after I finish it, I think I can just share it with you and you can listen to it.
Yeah, I would definitely listen to a book, because especially when I have to drive, when I'm stuck in traffic for DC for 30 to 45 minutes at a time. I've been thinking about doing so good. There's the not to change the subject on something else, because we're probably running out of time to actually discuss a book, but there's a language program I wanted to get into. It's one that was learning a different language, and one was designed to, it starts with a P of some type, and I can't remember what it's called, but it was designed to be broken up into 30-minute lessons for you to just listen to in the car on your commute to work to try to learn another language. And I thought that concept was awesome, and I just never got around to looking into it any more than that.
I wonder how good it works. That'd be interesting, because I listen to a ton of audiobooks.
Also, in a year from now, you're fluent in Spanish and French, because you're I found that thing. I just started listening to all this stuff.
Yeah,
now I know all these
languages. Speak 12 languages. Oh God! But yeah, we are totally out of time. So yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
All right, guys, see you.